Good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Day Trade with Zay. I'm Isaiah, and today it is Thursday, April 14th, 2022. And, yeah, man, yesterday was a terrible day of trading for me. And it's crazy because if you were on the live stream with me, which I think just Johnny was, but I think you might have even got on too late, I was specifically on there saying how I didn't want to take any trades yesterday. I didn't see anything, any solid setups. Um, the biggest thing was I was like, you know what? The only thing I really see is a buy right here off of this level. I don't see anything else but a buy. And then I said, but it's a easy downtrend. The only way I'm putting in a buy is if we see a break of structure to the upside, right? What did I do? I took a bunch of losses right here. I put in a sell, thinking it was going to sell down. It shot back up. Lost money, put in a buy, it shot back down. I pulled it out with a $300 loss. So it was seriously, it was an ugly day of trading for me. It had to be my worst day of trading of 2022. And, you know, I paid the price for it basically, so it is what it is at this point. Now I just got to kind of accept what it is and move on. Um, Essentially, I only trade with about $1,000 to $1,200 to $1,500. That's what I start off with every week, and I basically took $1,000 loss yesterday. So just over trading, continuously putting in sells, even though there was a break of structure right here, right? Even though the break of structure happened right here, still putting in sells, taking losses. Come up here, still putting in sells. You know what I mean? Putting in sells, and it was just an ugly day overall for me. Going against the trend, I broke all my rules, and it's something that I got to work on now as a trader. You know what I mean? So at this point in time, I just got to get better. I just got to stay focused on, the setups that are presented to me. You know what I mean? So yeah, we just got to get better at that. But going to it, this is what I'm essentially seeing right now. Golden zone aisle. Well, this is the weekly support to resistance that we broke through earlier this week, right? Broke through. Price came up here, rejected it again, and I believe, this is the 15-minute chart. I believe right here we had a break of structure to the downside right here, in my opinion. That's what I'm honestly believing. Break of structure to the downside after price broke these lows, right? So we got higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. So I think we've come into a downtrend, even though these could be bull flags, right? You can kind of see it here. There's an easy downtrend coming right here, and it's somewhat of a bull pennant. You could see it here, something like that, right? Let's just call it what it is right off of here. So we could see that right here. And the one thing I think is price will kind of push back up. Like I said, I do believe it broke structure right here, breaking these lows. But I don't like when it's so consolidated like that during pre-New York, London, right? Just because when it does that, it's usually, it doesn't leave much of what we see up here. So that's a 15-minute. Let me go ahead and change the color here. Golden zone ILC. Let's see if it's in the 5-minute as well. I do like the 5-minute right there. I also like this 5-minute right here, if I'm just being honest. So I would probably see this like this. And then I also like this one right here, because we've already seen rejections at this point, at this level. We've already seen the rejections occur. So I like this one as well. Even though that's a lot right here, I'm going to go ahead and turn that green, just so I have an idea of where it's at. It's closer to the 50%. But we could see that there is a rejection here, and it's essentially following the trend line down right now. So, we'll see. But I do like that the 15-minute EMA is right here, so we could see a push down, right? Because we have resistance, support, So this ILC is essentially turned into a resistance to support, supply and demand area, right? So we could see it, you could see it kind of rejected out. But let's see. We'll see what the market gives us. We got about 8 minutes till open. So we'll see, what happens first. And I'm playing with little money now. I told myself, after blowing that whole shit yesterday, couldn't believe what I did, and then I just kept going. At a certain point, it was like, oh, I'm down 600. Might as well just keep fucking going. And that is the completely wrong way to think as a trader, especially when you're going against the trend and you're fighting it and you're being stubborn. And all my worst qualities were coming out yesterday with the lack of discipline. So it's something I got to learn from. So right now I got about $240 in my account or so, or $230 in my account, and I'm gonna rock with that. I'm gonna build off that shit. So my goal is to go ahead and build off of that 240, and just go from there. So we'll see what happens. I'll be using small lot sizes today, and hopefully we're able to go ahead and take this as far as I know I can. So I feel like if I dug myself in that hole, I got to get myself out of that hole as well. But if I were to be looking at a trade, I wouldn't have an 82 pip stop loss. It'd probably be something like this, 30 pips right here, and we'll see what price gives us. Yeah, so see, the 30-minute is somewhat being respected right here, right? But I still think it's a break of structure in my opinion. So you can see the 30-minute right here, and I think that's important too. So let me see, 30-minute, 50 EMA. .30-minute 50 EMA. Where's the 15? Up here, right? I think this one is key as well. There's the weekly support to resistance. Price has rejected this for a third time. Broke structure. So I think we should be coming to a downtrend, even though it's pushing up right here off of the resistance to support, right? Resistance, resistance, support, resistance, support. Now you see it using it as support again, right? And it did the same here. And we could drag this out, right? You could see where it's a supply and demand area. So I think I do like what I see right here in terms of a sell-off, and we're already risking. I think I'd put a 0.3 in here, and we could probably take this thing. We could realistically probably take this to about right here, to this ILC right here. Let's just call it the 61.8 because we have this zone on top, something like this. So I think we could see price do that. Real quick, let's see if there's any news. So unemployment actually came out worse than before. Retail sales worse than expected. Core retail sales just above, but excluding automobiles, actual greater than. Oh, last time it was terrible. Time before that it was great. Terrible, terrible. So I mean, it looks like it essentially just, it's a big jump, right? In terms of 0.2 to 1.1, even though the forecast was 1.0. Okay. I mean, I don't really go off of news, but I think it kind of goes in my favor. Oh shit, son. That shit is flying right before. So let's break it down to the nitty gritty right here. We're away for like 5 seconds. Alright, let me get my charts ready. So we can see the push up already, right? So now it's breaking up on top, kind of respecting the ILC right there. Let me get the 15-minute up, 5-minute, 1 minute. And yes, I'm sorry for my screens. It's just the way I do my work. You can see it's rejecting that area again already. Alright, but I'm going to wait till open to go ahead and put my trade in. I think these are the big areas we got to break through. Damn, look at that. It's pretty fucking on point. And it's somewhat rejecting the 15-minute 50 EMA, right? By sitting below it. Well, I'm sitting on top of it right now. As a 15-minute candle, you could see it kind of pushing through, so it's already about, see if we could get the push up. So if we were to take the trade here, it's already 10 pips deep. I mean, I hope we get a small retracement back up and we could go ahead and enter the trade. We still got about 2 minutes till open, so let's see if it could, you know, stay up and we could get another rejection. Oh, look at that. So yeah, I got 240 in the account. Let's rock. See what we can do. So I got the 5-minute, 15-minute. Everything's set up now. That's a big 15-minute candle though to finish like that. Big rejection. Damn. I was hoping to get that at open. Alright, it's almost that time. I just put in a little 0.01 right now, obviously. Even though I see the little trend, I just put a 0.1 in right now. And we'll see what the market gives us right now at open. I got in at a 235.40. Got 30 seconds till open, so let's see. I got in late, super late, so I'm not even in up here. You know, that's where I'd like to be. Man, it's kind of driving now. Essentially right here. It's kind of moving. My goal is to take it down here, you know. So now it's sitting on top of that trend line, right? Do you see how it rejected that trend line right there? Those are the things that I'm always worried about. Whoa. And now it's on top of the 1 minute. See if it could stay down though. So now it has to break through this 1 minute 50 EMA, right? Has to. Damn, I wish I would have put a 0.3 in there. Put another, I don't like that rejection. See if it could stay down though. I don't like that rejection, the way it finished like that, if I'm just being honest. See how it keeps, and it's kind of keeping that uptrend, right? You can see it's, the wick is higher here than it is here. So now we got to make sure that this, fuck. Damn, that should just stop me out. I like that rejection. I might add another position right now. Oh. Okay, I just added it. Fuck. I might have did it too early. Fuck it, let's see. Or, I'm sorry, too late. Man, it's not. It's still keeping up with the uptrend, right? Which I don't like. It's not getting that push down. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's see how these last 10 seconds finish. Oof. Don't like that at all. Let's see if it could keep it down though. Nope. Oh, no, let's see. I think it might be going up to that top level, but let's see. It just looks like it's carrying that way up, right? I like it. Let's see. See if it could finally break through. It looks like it can. So let's see if it will. Wow. That's what I've been hating about this week. I feel like, oh, well, even last week a little bit. I feel like it's been plain, like legit plain. Consolidating up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Wow. My shit's flying up. I just got stopped out. I moved my shit to break even. And it looks like it's still rejecting that. That's crazy. Well, I'm in it. I only got a .01 in there. I wish I would have put more, but taking these small little losses, that shit fucks you up when you got only 260 in the account. Fuck it, we're in the trade, so let's see. Up about 43 pips. That's a 30-minute again that it's kind of showing that rejection to. That respect to. 30-minute EMA. See if it can stay down. I should really about to push up off that shit. Might be crazy. Alright, let's see. It looks good to keep coming down, but let's see if it will, because it's still respecting that 30-minute. So, let's see. Don't forget to move your stop loss to break even. Just not executing right this week. Gotta figure that shit out. I mean, you see how now it's kind of respecting that that trend line, right? With the resistance to support. It's definitely a key level that it's respecting right here. Let's just hope that it can stay down the whole way. See if it can break through. Yeah, it's still respecting it. If it could stay down like this, I think we're definitely in business. The 5-minute looks great. I mean, the 15-minute looks great too. So let's just see if it could continue working. That shit's respecting the shit out of that R2S and trend line. It looks good to keep coming down. Let's go. Got first TP coming up right now. Took a little bit of profit right there. Alright, let's keep it pushing, man. Oh shit, battery's running low. Kind of making that push. I don't like that, but let's see if it can stay under the resistance to support now. Now hopefully it can use it as resistance, blocks it, and comes down to our next level to TP2. which right here, right, 101 pips. Yeah, this honestly has to be one of my worst weeks of trade. Well, it is definitely my worst week of trading since um shit pre 20, 2021 essentially. Basically, it's just been, really just trying to stay focused on the shit, but um it hasn't been going my way this week. And it's crazy because Monday I made like $20. Tuesday made like $200, so it wasn't like it was a bad week, but I just wasn't executing right. Last week, I mean yesterday, just completely got ahead of myself, and even when I said I wasn't going to trade, I felt like I had to enter a trade. Even though I didn't see anything necessarily, I felt like I had to do it, which is one of the big problems that you could have, right? So, yeah. TP2 is about to get hit. Well, almost. There it goes. I had it at 155. And TP3 on his way. Hopefully. I think realistically it could make it down to like the 075 area. Damn, almost got there. See if we can keep pushing. 145. Let's see. There it is. Tapped it right. Move that out. And your stop's got to be at break even, and just let it run. Now I'm gonna leave the runner in there. Well, I mean, I had a .01 in there. I pulled it already, but leave the runner in there, and then you could go from there. Essentially, just doubled up on the account today. So let's see if it could continue down. You on here, Johnny? Okay, I'm pretty sure that's you. We able to hop into this trade right here and catch this. And now we could probably see some retracement. We could hop back in, hopefully. Cool, cool. Yeah, this was a clean trade, I think, and this is where I fucked up yesterday. Is I didn't have any clean trades yesterday to take. So, when that happens, you just don't fucking trade. And that was my biggest issue is, I was in there trading just to trade basically. You know what I mean? Like, don't ever do that shit. So, don't ever do that shit. That was my biggest issue. My biggest problem was trading just to trade. And when that happens, that's when you lose your money. And for me, not only did I lose money, but I lost my discipline. I lost my mainly just discipline, because that's really all that matters is if your psychology ain't right, and I feel like it hasn't been right all week. I've been feeling off. Um, when your psychology isn't right and you don't see anything trading, that's a fucking recipe for disaster. That's like a perfect storm right there. So, something I got to get better at as a trader, and that's why I keep only a certain amount of money in my account because I know what I did before, last year where I'd blow through accounts because I'm essentially just fucking losing. You know what I mean? I'm losing and then it knocks me off my game, my psychology's off, and whatever, right? But I know now that I'm better to where, especially after yesterday, okay, Isaac, you lost. Now it's time to go. So I think this shit could make it down to this level right here. So let's see if it does. There's the 61.8%. If it gets down here, beautiful. Damn, that was a big rejection. And see, like yesterday, if I would have just taken a $200 loss, been at break even for the week necessary, then you still have the rest of your trading account to trade with, right? Where I can go bigger. And you go bigger, perfect, right? You go bigger, that's a great thing. But you got to have the discipline to take those losses. Like for me, I couldn't stand, okay, 20 on Monday, 200 on Tuesday. For some reason, like in my mental, I'm like, that's just not enough. So for me, I have to get better at understanding this trade could come up, right? This trade right here was a perfect trade on a fucking Thursday, right? So you could start ending the week on the right turnaround. So that was basically where I fucked up, and I got to get better at that as a trader. So, lesson learned yesterday. Definitely can't let it happen again, and we just go through there. But we'll see. We'll see how it works. For the rest of the week, we just got to keep take every loss as a lesson and accept it for what it is, because everybody loses in this game, and that's something that sometimes I don't like to take losses, especially big losses. And I hadn't taken big losses in a pretty long time. Like I've lost 200, $300, but when you lose $600 in a couple minutes, it does something to your mental. And I think that's where I fucked up yesterday. Was I didn't know where price was going. I didn't have any trade setups available. And for me now, I know because I can look back at my trading journal. I can look back at these videos and say, you know what you're talking about, and it gives me the confidence to go ahead and enter trades where I have confirmations to take the trade. But the other bad thing, well, the one bad thing is, and I was even talking to my boy about it yesterday. You got to really understand, like, um, like exactly what's happening right now. Like you got to really understand, like, okay, the market's volatile right now. It's a big week in terms of 14.1. It's a big week in terms of um what do you call it? All the news that's coming out, right? Like all the news that's coming out is a big week because there's a lot to be said, a lot to be heard, and a lot of news that's coming out that's affecting the economy directly. So I just got to be on my toes and understand that. I should better get to the TP. That shit is right there at TP, but it ain't taking it. I mean, it was right there, it just didn't hit it. But yeah, you guys get the picture. I mean, it's kind of that thing like if you knew better, you would do better. And that's so true. You know what I mean? Might retrace up a bit. It essentially hit TP right there. So, right on target, right on point. I think it'll probably retrace back up to maybe this ILC, use this as a resistance level and come back down, or it could come all the way back up to this resistance level. But you can see it's kind of showing respect already. So, but I mean, this is a great trade, and this is exactly why I say, like, well, you hear the traders all the time, they talk about it, like, look for A plus setups. Now, this wasn't an A plus setup, but this was an A setup, right? We had all the confirmations to take this trade, essentially, right? Like, if we go to the 15-minute here, all the confirmations to take this trade to the downside, and you can see how beautiful it is just on this 15-minute candle, right? But this is our original trade entry, what we were thinking, 30 pip stop loss, came in here, did its thing, and it was a beautiful trade setup, right? Right to this previous support or IOC that was used as resistance, and now you could obviously see it being used as support. So with that trade set up, perfect, right? And like if I had $800 in my account and I seen this, I could have put in a .05 easy, and this easily turns from $100 trade, couple $100 trade to $500, $600 trade, and now you're back on track a little bit, somewhat. And then you come in tomorrow and you could possibly have another trade set up. And it's true, not every week is a good week, not every day is a great day. You just got to kind of roll with the punches and what the market gives you. So um, tomorrow, come back stronger. We'll get back to it, you know what I mean, and just continue to keep pushing. So we'll see what the market gives us tomorrow, and we'll just go from there. That's the key. Yesterday was a big day for me to fuck up, and now I just gotta live with it, learn from it, grow from it, and take it from there. So TP was hit. I'm happy you were able to catch that. Tomorrow we'll get back to it if there's a setup. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna make the same mistake. Can't make the same mistake twice in this game and expect a different result. So yeah, we'll just go from there. So Johnny, I'll catch you tomorrow. Be on at 6:15, and we'll see what the market gives us. We'll just go from there. So 6:15 tomorrow. Thank you for hopping on, bro, and we'll see you then. Peace.